Pleased to be joined by Mackenzi Law of Edmond Memorial Volleyball ahead of their matchup with the Norman Tigers tonight. And Mackenzi, I want to talk to you about coming into the season, defending state champions. How do you guys feel like you handled that success as you've seen throughout this season?
I would say staying humble. Obviously, winning a state championship is a big deal, but I mean that was last year. We still had this whole season ahead of us, trying to be successful to go into postseason and hopefully do it again. But we stayed level headed. That wasn't on our minds throughout the season.
How do you go about staying level headed? Is it the leadership on the team? Is it the coaching staff? How do you guys make sure that you stay focused on the next goal and not worry about what you guys did in the past?
Um, I would say it's more of a team thing. I feel like going into games, underestimating teams because you are level headed is something that we've struggled with and had to deal with and made us realize that we had to step up and be better for each other. I would say like early matches, dropping a set to a team, that type of thing really changed our mindset into the rest of our season going to postseason.
Man, what do you guys think about this game tonight? A Norman team that's really good. It could be a matchup that you guys repeat in the state tournament. What's your feeling on this game here coming up tonight?
I'm really excited. Norman has gone really good last year. I don't remember too much about them last year, but this year I know they've been lights out, and I'm super excited for more competition.
You guys had a new head coach this year, and that combined with losing players to graduation after the state tournament championship team, how do you guys feel like you have gelled not just with your new teammates, but also with a new coach as well?
I feel like we've gelled pretty well. Our head coach now was our assistant coach last year,
Hmm.
so we all knew her. We're all very comfortable with her, and she pushes us to be great. So it's going well.
Yeah. Speaking of great, I mean, you guys are now at the top of the rankings as we go into play tonight. What has that done for you guys confidence wise, motivation wise? When you guys see that, how do you process that?
I would see it. We see it more as motivation. Like now we have to show teams why we're number one every time we step on the court. It's not just a title. Well, I think we're number one. Actually, I haven't checked, but
You
um,
are.
okay, okay. But it's not just like, oh yeah, we're number one. Like, no, now we have to go be dominant and show teams why we deserve this position in the rankings.
Yeah, and you guys obviously are going to want to, prove that you guys are the number one team once you get into the playoffs. So, does the does the level of focus go up? Is there something you guys think, yeah, we're going to need to do this different once we get to the postseason, or have you guys figured out those habits throughout the regular year?
I think we figured out those habits throughout the regular year. I feel like it's not just a switch when it comes to postseason. I feel like we've all been pretty locked in going into hard games and throughout the season, trying to keep our minds right for postseason because that is just like it's fast. Like it's just season, then it's 3 games, and then it's postseason. So yeah, I feel like the switch was made throughout the season.
Hey, earlier in the year, you committed to San Jose State to play volleyball at the next level. Tell me about that process of meeting the coaching staff, going on the visits, and then ultimately choosing that that's where you're going to go play after high school.
Yeah, so the recruiting process was long, but when San Jose State called, I was super interested, sunny California, great
Hmm.
destination. So I went on my visit, loved the coaching staff, Coach Kress and Coach Yasmin. They truly believed in me and they saw a future for me there and they saw me coming in and playing and helping the team out. And that's something I wanted to do. I wanted to come in as a freshman and play and make a difference. So that's where I chose, and that's where my home is going to be for the next 4.
No, that's really cool. No nervousness about going that far away from home, huh?
Yes and no. I mean, I know it's far away from home, but also I have to pursue my dreams, and this is the school that is meant for me.
Yeah. Um, as somebody now in your junior year that has stepped into more of a leadership role, how do you feel like you have embraced going from where you were last year to now where you are now in terms of leadership and people looking up to you?
I would say it's definitely a lot more pressure, like trying to be that person that people look to. Like, you never want to really make mistakes. You always want to be like ready when people, because everybody's watching you, looking at what you're doing. motivated by you almost. So I feel like there's some type of pressure with that, but I'm also enjoying it. Like it's helping me learn, stepping into a new leadership role. And I like it. I like being I feel like we don't have like a certain leader on our team, but being able to step up in big moments is a blessing and I'm glad that I'm a part of that.
Yeah. What's this team's last question for you? And we're joined by Mackenzi Law from Edmond Memorial Volleyball. What's this team's best quality that you've seen that has carried you guys through the amount of success that you've had this year?
I would say staying composed. I feel like when teams go on big runs or when we're in a loud gym, I feel like we don't get too frantic or like panicked or down on ourselves. We're very composed and calm, like, okay, we did this wrong, but we can fix it doing this and move on and go through and win the game.
Awesome. Mackenzi Law for Edmond Memorial Volleyball joining us ahead of their matchup with the Norman Tigers tonight. Mackenzi, appreciate the time. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you.